Welcome back to the Frottage series. So if you've done the other videos, then you are ready for today's video, which is all about playing with collage. So we won't necessarily be doing any frottage today. Oh, we might, but it's more about like what to do with the items that we've created. And oh gosh, you could do anything, but I'm going to take you through working with collage in a really intuitive, kind of spontaneous way, where we don't need to think, we just kind of have a play. So what do you need? Scissors, glue, and any of your frottage pieces that you've had so far. Alright, so take a moment to just settle in to this video. It's going to be a short one, but I hope a fun one. So with collage, there's ways to approach it. Number one, we can cut into things, but also it can be really nice to just tear into our paper and see what naturally kind of comes out of it. You might be thinking, are you kidding me? You just got me to make these. I'm in love with them now. And now you want me to rip them up. See how you go with that. This is all about your choice. So if you want to skip this video, you can. But if you're like, yeah, I want to let go of perfectionism and knowing exactly where I'm going, then maybe this is for you. So I'm going to do some ripping. I'm going to do some cutting. Because when we cut into things and when we rip into things, they become their own mini like artworks. They highlight details that we wouldn't have seen before. Oh, by the way, my name's Mary Helen. I'm a transpersonal art therapist, and I help people reclaim joy through creativity. And also cutting into things, ripping into them, it makes us notice details that we maybe didn't get to see before. So I'm seeing these little stars come through. I know I've just cut up my word sparkle from my poem. Devastated. I live though. So let's keep going. So think shapes, squares, circles, triangles, organic shapes, big ones, small ones, just like starting to cut things out. Oh, there's my list for this series. Guess I don't need that anymore. And I think I've struggled with collage because it's like, where do you start? So number one, we just kind of start almost like it's leaf litter. You're like, we're having a walk in the park. It's autumn and there's lots of leaves around, but you know there's probably some precious things in there. So it's like starting to sift through the leaves and really see between what we might see as leaf litter or mess or the ground, and start to uncover some kind of shapes that look interesting together. You might even see like a creature or an object that you can kind of piece together. And there's not an outcome that we need here. We're just bringing our frottage, our pieces together. They've been separated and now we're kind of bringing them back. So we're just sifting around and we're having a play. So you have permission to play. And how often do we really get that? The opportunity to, I don't want to say make mistakes, but yeah, like try stuff out without having to get it right the first time. I'm seeing a little creature coming out here. Hello. I wonder what you're noticing and what you notice about the textures of your paper, if they're similar or different. I'm even loving the negative spaces too. I think they're quite interesting, and those could be for other artworks as well. So I'll put them aside because I think these pieces where I'm finding the negative spaces, I find them really interesting. I think that's a whole other video. So notice I'm liking the defined edges. I'm noticing that because I've kind of pulled them together. And so that's your job too. Just noticing, actually I prefer the cut edges that are really sharp and defined. But I do like these textures as well that I can see here of the paper where it's been teared away and it's quite fragile and almost translucent in a little way. I feel like these could have something going on here as well. And yeah, I want to break my own rules of liking all the sharp things, so I'm gonna have a play. So now you might decide, actually a piece of paper would really help ground me right now, like a bit of backing paper to go behind your collage rather than it being like a free piece. So if that's for you and you're finding, this is just too open, please set that boundary for yourself. So let me see, I've got this piece of paper here. So if that was me and I was like, I really need a bit more support, yeah, okay, let's frame it. Let's start there. And have a play with like mixing stuff around. I like playing with like balance. I almost think it's like, you see those stacks of stones at the beach where people have meticulously balanced them, almost like defying physics. So I'm feeling a bit like that's my vibe with my style of collage. It's like trying to find some sort of arrangement of things that don't look like they should kind of be balancing. If you've ever done yoga, you know what I mean. It's like, oh my gosh, how am I balancing on one leg? How am I stacking things? Yeah, mine's a real stack. But yours could be something different. Like if I just pull that apart, like it could be, you just stick down some different pieces. I mean, maybe that's the center. It's kind of like a very interesting flower. So be flexible, right? We don't need to stick anything down until we really feel, yeah, that's it. But also we don't want to be going forever and ever and ever. We want to have an end point of our creative process so that we can then just reflect on it. So it's whatever it is for you. I mean, I'm enjoying these kind of like petals almost falling on the ground, different colors and textures. I don't mind a kind of 3D kind of vibe either. I can't help but make some sort of character, just very cartoonish, very playful. So I wonder what you're finding. I'm going to give myself one more minute to kind of create something, and then I'm going to stick it down, because I really do believe in just sealing things off for now. You get to choose what you'd like to do. Following your intuition, which sometimes is so hard to do. Yeah, okay. So now this is where I'm at. I'm gonna glue things down. So maybe you did something where it's like one piece now. Let's say that is one piece now. I'm gonna glue it down and secure it. I'm not being too precious about anything. Just bringing together my kind of frottage experience. And then also, I'm going to glue this down. And you'll notice if you glue, you also have a little bit of time to like, oh, do I want that to go in front? Maybe I do want that to go in front. I like that tip of that edge there, like a teardrop. I'm going to put that right on the edge. Okay, so now it could be that this page is going to really ground my artwork, and I bring it together like so. Definitely a character. So I could stick it down, or I could decide that I don't want to stick it down. So what will you do, I wonder? I'm feeling that I feel fine to not necessarily stick it down. But I also want to demonstrate what we might do there. So I will. I'm just going to put a nice bit of glue on there. I don't know what paper you've chosen. I just grabbed what was close to me. And there we go. I've got my character. I love it because it's on this translucent paper. So if I hold it up to the light, which you won't be able to see, the light comes through the back of the frottage of the thinner paper. Okay, so that's playing with collage, and it's a very intuitive process to just have a play with what you've created, these foundational pieces, and then bring them together to create something else, and just giving yourself permission to not have to know what that is, and just have the joy of playing around with shapes and ripping and cutting and arranging, and there's just no pressure to really come up with anything. I'm going to do one more video. In the next video, I'm going to show you some running stitch and stitching into our collage. So that is a bonus video because I didn't include that in the setup video, that you'd need an embroidery needle and thread. But if you want to do that, I'm going to take you through it. I'm really jazzed to do that. So I'll see you in the next video. Hey, like this video, please, and subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you in the next video. All right, see you soon.